She recognizes the young man somewhat. He claims to be in her social class. It could be true. What's his name, she wonders?
James Thomas.
James Thomas, the young man says. He's already in trouble. Father wouldn't like that name at all if she were to take him home to meet the folks for some obscure reason. Father has never trusted people with two first names for their first and last names.
I can change it.
Well, he does show a certain level of flexibility that is either charming or scary, hard to tell.
I don't think I'm scary at all.
Scary is in the eyes of the beholder, she retorts.
This is kind of weird.
What does James Thomas, Mr. Two First Names, know about weird? Is he an escaped mental patient?
I'm not an escaped mental patient. I'm in your social class.
Attending a college sociology class is certainly no proof of sanity. Besides his only claim to be in the class. To this point, however, he has offered no firm evidence.
Sorry, I didn't carry my textbooks into the bookstore. They frown upon that. So.
He seems to have a ready excuse.
You know what? Here's my student ID. Is that good enough?
His proof consists of an ID card that could be new, old, possibly faked, though it does at least have his photo on it, which is helpful yet inconclusive. Is he or is he not a fellow student? She contemplates, or is that just a diversion so that he can come on to her?
What do you mean, come on to you? I just sat down to say hello.
He seems self-defensive when confronted with his questionable actions.
Questionable? I'm in your social class and I just sat down to try and be friendly because I recognized you. Is that questionable?
One wonders what lurks in this young man's mind that makes him so sensitive to perceived criticism. Is it something hopelessly genetic? Or were his parents some kind of monsters? Or perhaps he was an orphan with no parental guidance at all. Yes, that constant debate of nature versus nurture rears its ugly head once more in this coffee shop confrontation.
My parents were, they're just fine, thank you.
He admits it's a genetic problem.
It's not a genetic problem. Wait a minute, it's not a problem at all. There's no problem with me.
She's not completely convinced yet that he's sane. Sitting down with strangers in bookstores suggests a certain wild streak in his character.
You're not a stranger. I thought we made that clear in the beginning.
Clear to him, perhaps, though there's a certain familiarity to his visage, she notes. It's certainly conceivable that she's seen his face somewhere before.
Because we're in the same social class together.
Right, the famous social class. With Professor Gilder.
You know as well as I do that it's Professor Smith.
He's not quite as stupid as he looks.
Oh, I look stupid.
But Smith is a common name, she ponders. There are at least 4 Professor Smiths on campus.
But only one Professor Smith in the sociology department.
Ha! Well played, she thinks, but doesn't want to give him the satisfaction of his temporary victory.
But you just did.
There are times when she's not totally sure what he's on about.
Can I buy you a coffee or something?
Or something. That sounds awfully suspicious to her. Probably wants to feed her a roofie or something. She's heard all about these date rape drugs that men try to use on women out in public. His offer is probably overloaded with evil intent.
What if it was just an innocent offer to buy you a drink and it really has no desire to date rape you at all?
Once again, he's trying to confuse her. She is, of course, deeply attractive and incredibly desirable, so it's entirely reasonable that he might be trying to slip her a Mickey, which is an expression she learned from some really old movie she picked up from Netflix.
If nothing else, you do have a healthy ego. If only your sanity could match it.
Is he trying to infer that she's off her nut?
I've never been able to figure the difference between imply and infer, so I just can't answer that question.
Avoidance. Another typical frat boy trick when he's trying to pick up someone up.
I don't belong to a fraternity.
Blackballed?
No, perfectly healthy. But that's neither here nor there. You called me a frat boy, that's just not true. Or you inferred it or implied it anyway.
Truth is a slippery slope when you're walking through the swamp.
Not that anything else, but this makes no sense at all.
Her trick wording has turned the tables, and now he's the one who's confused.
Not so. I've been confused since the very beginning.
At first blush, she'd assumed he was fairly bright, being a college student and all. But this admission of ongoing confusion suggests that he may be a little on the dim side.
Dim, I'm number 3 in my class. What about you?
Suddenly he seems to be making a competition of it all. As much as she would like to entertain the concept, she really doesn't see the point.
Like life itself. There really doesn't seem to be any point. I thought we might have a normal conversation, but that, so far, seems to have little chance of happening.
Apparently, the dim young man also thinks himself as a psychic.
I do not. It's just a wild guess, actually, though all of the evidence does point to support the unlikelihood of a sane chap.
She begins to think he could be a worthy adversary.
Adversary? I'm not at all interested in fighting over whether I can buy you a beverage or not.
This might be a good place to cue up Love is a Battlefield for background music.
Love? Lord above.
Now he's trying to be cute. Actually, it is kind of cute, one musical cultural reference following another. And he's not that bad looking either.
Do you ever keep any of the thoughts to yourself? Or is just everything in the public domain?
Why would she have anything to hide, and why would he think she did?
I'm pretty sure I'm beginning to think, not to think anything about you at all.
To Catherine, this does not seem to bode well for a long-term relationship.
We'll be lucky if it lasts for another 5 minutes.
He seems to be the type who gives up easily.
I've hiked the entire Apachean Trail, completed 2 half marathons, built a habitat house with just 2 other people, but only after 10 years of trying, figured out a Rubik's Cube without quitting.
Oh my god, ego alert! Not
at all! I was just trying to prove my point, or deny yours. Whatever other classes you might be taking, debate is clearly not one of them. Though I could postulate that you're studying abnormal psychology, or better yet, you're a case for the class. Yeah, that's probably it.
Or maybe she just doesn't know how to talk to somebody other than through Facebook.
Ha! He's got her on the run now.
What? Is he trying to take control of the situation?
He is in control of the situation.
It would be touching if it weren't so laughable.
Do you see me laughing?
It wouldn't be him laughing, it would be me laughing. Wait a minute. Now I'm confused.
Ah! Victory is mine.
It is not. No. Wait, maybe he's right. No, that just can't be. I'm always in control.
Maybe that's your problem.
Problem? Is he suggesting I have some kind of problem?
I'm suggesting you have some kind of problem, for sure.
Insulted deeply, she invites him to leave her table, drinkless and as alone as he was when he arrived in this social environment.
Well, you have the power to ask me to leave the table, but not the cafe. I will leave you to your whatever it is you were doing when I came in.
She thinks this is the best idea he's had all day. Perhaps all year.
It's been delightful not talking to you.
He tries to leave on a high point.
And just so. Successfully.
Well, that went well. I think that just about wraps up tonight's documentary subject. Why is it that men have so much difficulty communicating with a woman? Tomorrow night, perhaps we'll pick up that long-delayed topic. Why is it that Catherine seems to have so much difficulty finding someone to date? Or maybe not.